hata hapa Murang'a amemwambia vijana wengine hapa watagereza kahwirubaro, watu wajifiche hapo, wanajifanya hawataki Kasongo, lakini ni watu ya Kasongo na ni wheelbarrow ya Kasongo. Mutakubali watu ya Murang'a? Ngwenda kwira andu a Murang'a maikie maitho na marore wega na mamurike wega, nigetha mamenye mundu ni kanyoni muthemba u, mamenye atongoria aria marahangira nda ciao makamendia na makendia ruriri magithii ku.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as of lately, we have all been seeing videos of the member of parliament of Kiharu, Honorable Ndidi Nyoro, attacking and exposing the government of the day as an incompetent government and a borrowing government that does not care about its people. But the question that many have been asking, where does Ndidi Nyoro stand, or where does the alliance and the loyalty of Ndidi Nyoro stand? He is exposing the government, yet we haven't seen him align himself with any part in the said opposition, the united opposition. Today, Rigathi Gashagua blew up the lead on Ndidi Nyoro, exposing him as a project that is set to divide the votes of the Mount Kenya region. As I had said yesterday in a video, Ndidi Nyoro is a project of President William Ruto, according to Rigathi Gachagua. But how is this going to work? Allow me to invite you to some certain allegations that are going wild on social media. Yesterday, President William Ruto was meant to meet with the leadership of Murang'a County led by Governor Irungu Kang'ata. But to our surprise, Governor Kang'ata refused to show up at the State House where William Ruto was meeting the people of Murang'a and the leadership of Murang'a. And many people celebrated Irungu Kang'ata as a man that has stood his ground and aligned himself with the leadership of Rigathi Gachagua and the oneness of the Mount Kenya region people. But the question that many are asking, Irungu Kang'ata has never stood in public to declare his allegiance to Rigathi Gachagua. Though we know that Irungu Kang'ata has been affiliated in the past with President William Ruto, now the question that most of us have been asking, currently, where does Irungu Kang'ata's alliance lie? Does it lie with Rigathi Gachagua? Does it lie with William Ruto? Or where does it lie? Now here is what we are going to expose in regards to the matters of Irungu Kang'ata, one Honorable Ndidi Nyoro, the former Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria, and the former governor of Murang'a County, Mwangi Wairia, and more so, the current Third Alliance force led by GATHONI Wamuchomba, Edwin Sifuna, BABU OWINO, Misi, and the rest. Let's get down to the story. But more so, let's start with Irungu Kang'ata. Allow me to call it the conmanship of Irungu Kang'ata, the Governor Irungu Kang'ata's political conmanship and fence-sitting exposed together with Ndidi Nyoro. Now, we have seen as many local political analysts getting excited that Governor Kang'ata didn't attend the State House photo session and political theatrics, thus trying to portray himself as a DCP party sympathizer. To a keen political observer, Governor Kang'ata is a William Ruto secret cand, but is at the same time trying to keep Rigathi Gachagua guessing, woodwinking Murang'a voters in a high-level political conmanship. As I said, and I am saying again, that Kang'ata and William Ruto are like two identical twins when it comes to political game, very sly, slippery, crafty, and a masters of political deceit. Why do we say so? Now, looking at how the MCAs attended the two meetings, one can't fail to note that the Murang'a County Assembly Majority Leader, Honorable Wasari, attended the State House meeting, while his assistant, Honorable Liz Bogu, attended the Wamunyoro current breakfast meeting. I would have a soft spot for nominated MCAs who must toe the party line, but not someone like an elected majority leader in the assembly who is in charge of the county government business in the house. His presence at the State House meeting must have been orchestrated by the governor himself, and if that was not the case, and bearing in mind that the majority of the elected MCAs were at Karen, the next step would be the removal of the majority leader by the MCAs, who were with Gashagua through the blessings of the governor being the majority, but this wouldn't happen because it was Governor Kang'ata's game plan. What Governor Kang'ata did was to make sure that he was represented at the State House and at Nyoro. He is holding William Ruto's left hand and at the same time Rigathi Gashagua's right hand, trying to wave them like a seesaw. Kang'ata is like a political pendulum or a cornered endangered chameleon that must survive the prey. Being a political observer and a player, Governor Kang'ata is likely to join the NIS orchestrated that force to frustrate Rigathi Gachagua in Murang'a. Did you note Honorable Wamuchomba in Murang'a benchmarking on avocado? My friends, read between the lines. Now, this is a dossier that has been exposed by one political analyst, Coletta Aluda. But allow me to diverge into these with an open mind. And this is where you will realize that these people are into the same game. Before, we had heard the rumor of a new party being formed in the Mount Kenya region. This party was a party that was meant to absorb Irungu Kang'ata in it, and the party was meant to present a presidential candidate and also a deputy presidential candidate. It would be a party in the Mount Kenya region and an alliance that will also pick the current the current member of parliament of Embakasi East, Honorable BABU OWINO, as its running mate. Now, this is what is going to happen. The Third Force Alliance, we have seen it several times attack Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka, portraying them as political conmen, as people that are tribal and they don't mean what is best for the Mount Kenya people. But what is the end game of this force? Yes, they are members of parliament. They cannot. They don't have a party. They don't have affiliations. Yet we see them enjoying the benefits of being in the government. The question that we have been asking: why does President William Ruto allow the Third Force Alliance to continue playing this to continue their politics of attacking him without him doing anything? Yet we see those affiliated with Rigathi Gachagua, once they try to hold political rallies or political meetings, they are attacked. Some of them end up even being jailed. Irungu Kang'ata and Ndidi Nyoro are regarded as the most hardworking governor in Kenya and the most hardworking MP in Kenya. If these people come together for one political cause, then Ruto believes that the Mount Kenya region will follow them. Even if they will not be affiliated with him, then these people can be affiliated to a third card that actually will divide the Mount Kenya region completely and make Rigathi Gachagua lose the grip of the Mount Kenya voters. Once Rigathi Gachagua loses the grip of the Mount Kenya voters, that means Rigathi Gachagua cannot present a presidential candidate that can actually take on William Ruto come the year 2027. Now, Gathoni Wamuchomba, Irungu Kang'ata, Ndidi Nyoro, BABU OWINO, Edwin Sifuna, Caleb Amisi, Fred Matiang'i, they are all working towards an everlasting agenda. But one Fred Matiang'i seems to have withdrawn from their support, though they pretend to be campaigning for Matiang'i, but in real sense, Matiang'i, we see him daily being with Rigathi Gachagua on the meetings of the United Opposition. Now, this tells us that the political conmanship in Mount Kenya region is playing at a very dangerous edge. Apart from the leaders that I've mentioned, another person that is in this mix to try and destroy Rigathi Gachagua's influence is one former cabinet secretary, Moses Kuria. Apart from the former cabinet secretary, Moses Kuria, we also have the former governor of Murang'a County, Mwangi wa Iria, because Mwangi wa Iria yesterday was among those that led the Murang'a County leadership in the meeting with President William Ruto. Now, it is clear today, Rigathi Gachagua said that there is a wheelbarrow that is currently being formulated within Murang'a County to try and divide the people of Murang'a and show them the way forward on matters the 2027 general election. But in real sense, this wheelbarrow will be led by Kang'ata, Ndidi Nyoro, Mwangi wa Iria, akina Gathoni Wamuchomba, BABU OWINO, Edwin Sifuna, and the rest. But their main agenda is to make sure that Rigathi Gachagua doesn't take all the Mount Kenya votes in one basket, that Rigathi Gachagua can lose grip of the Mount Kenya region. Are we together? And once he loses grip of the Mount Kenya region, then William Ruto is assured of a second term in the ruling. Mtazamaji, siasa ni karata chafu. It's high time we read between the lines of the politics being played by Kang'ata and Ndidi Nyoro and Gathoni Wamuchomba, because this is what will make William Ruto remain in power going forward. I would love to know your comments on regards to this analysis. Achia comment kwenye comment section. See you in our next video. This is